She is, generally speaking, the go-to person when you want to find out about threats to the good order and discipline, and fundamentally the viability of the all-volunteer force arising from these social experimenters. So, Elaine Donnelly, welcome back to Secure Freedom Radio. It is great to have you with us.
It's good to talk to you, Frank.
Let's start with an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today entitled, "Ask Obama About Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Gay voters are growing impatient for equality." Tell us, most of us probably haven't had a chance to read this, Elaine Donnelly, but give us the argument here and the counter-argument.
Well, Richard Socarides, the author, who is open and professed as a gay person, seems to think that the LGBT faction rules the world, but they do not.
That's the lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender coalition?
The LGBT left, the same people that the president entertained for a special month at the White House, LGBT month. He really is determined to implement the agenda of this group, but they are hardly in the majority. Every time, for instance, the definition of marriage has been put to voters, 31 states, the marriage definition, a man and a woman, has prevailed. So these people have views. They are not in the majority. But this writer and others think that it's time to impose the LGBT agenda on the armed forces. And
which they perceive, Elaine Donnelly, if I'm not mistaken, as a vehicle for sort of in a backdoor way imposing it on the rest of the society.
Oh, absolutely. Because if this kind of agenda is forced upon the, say, the Marine Corps, if it's okay for the Marines, why is it not okay for the local school, the local marriage bureau? Ultimately, all of civilian life would be affected. But first of all, the military would be affected because the military is composed of people who are human. People are not machines. This particular Wall Street Journal article is more ludicrous than most, because it suggests that it's just a rumor, a scare story, to say that the military
anti-gay fear campaign.
Showers.
Yeah, anti-gay fear campaign.
Yes, the anti-gay fear campaign.
Yeah.
Okay, now how are we going to deal with 4 different sexual groups, say Special Operations Forces, submarines? How's that going to work? Or are we going to have the kind of military, and he clearly suggests this. He says that, yes, we have women in the military. We all support women in the military. However, he says that everything has been going on just fine without incident. What was that Abu Ghraib scandal all about? It started out as misconduct between men and women, and then it steadily deteriorated into abuse of prisoners. The common denominator is lack of discipline. Once you break down discipline, good order and discipline and morale, everything that's required for unit cohesion, you undermine the culture and the strengths of the armed forces. But this man obviously doesn't get that.